Greetings everyone, welcome aboard. My name is Joseph James, schooltrade.com, sidewaysmarkets.com. It's November 11, 2010. Happy Veterans Day to you guys out there. And of course, a big thank you to all the veterans, whether you're here in the U.S. or across the whole planet of ours, guys. If you're close to a veteran today, right, go out and give a hug for a veteran, guys, because I'll tell you, I got a lot of respect for the veterans out there. Happy holiday to you guys, right? Take a break today. You deserve it. And of course, as always, thank you guys, right? Thank you for all the veterans, for all your hard work and all your service. We appreciate it. Let's see here. Had a great day in the room, right? Wouldn't be a holiday without some live trades here in the live trade room. Now, before we talk about those trades we took today, we had another good day in the room. Even though it was a holiday, the markets were open, we were still trading. Another good day. Before we talk about that, though, I want to remind you guys of the blog. A lot of good stuff in the blog, guys. Right above me, all right, right above me on the blog, you've got trade room resources, you've got webinars, and you've got the beginner's corner. All right, if you're a brand new trader, the beginner's corner right above me, right, got discipline cycle. You've got your beginners training recording sessions there. Lots of great stuff for beginners traders there, guys. Right above me here in the beginner's corner. We also have above me the webinars. We record all the webinars, and we also have trade room resources. Now, trade room resources is a collection of all the questions we've had in the room, all the terms, the techniques, the strategies, and we have a bunch of articles and videos under Trade Room Resources. Don't forget though, you can always search the blog. Just simply type in the search key, right? Type in whatever term you want. Maybe it's range charts. You want to know more about the dollar index, okay? Type it in the search box. And don't forget, we got live support. YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, and then right below us here, guys, we got your follow me button. You want to make sure you guys follow this blog. If you can't follow the blog, right, next best thing is join the newsletter. The newsletter goes out every day. If you're on the newsletter, you'll make sure to get everything we send out to you guys, whether it be trade calls, articles, videos, whatever's new happening in schooltrade.com, you'll know about it if you're part of the newsletter. All right, guys, and don't forget, tomorrow, Friday, 11 o'clock, we have our beginners training tomorrow, Friday morning, and every Friday morning at 11 a.m. All right, guys, looking good. Let's see how we did today. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 total trades. Took a loss on crude, a little scratch trade on gold. As you can see, though, we focused on gold and crude again today here. Now, today was a much different day than we saw yesterday. Yesterday, everything worked out, right? Made over 300 ticks. Today wasn't that bad either. But look at the colors here. Notice how we have the big winning trades up at the top. And as you start getting later and later in the morning, you see those dark green turns to yellow, turns to red, right, for those losses. Now, remember yesterday? In yesterday's video, we talked about what to expect on a holiday like Veterans Day. And what did we say yesterday? We said get in early, make your money early, and then take that money to the bank. Okay, so it's a lot like FOMC Day or Fed Day, right, where you want to get in real early, make your money, from 8 to 10:30, and then where we usually will trade 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1 o'clock, right, we're not going to have that time late in the morning. All right, guys, so a holiday this morning, volume was a concern. Get in early, get out early, take your money to the bank, right? As you can see here, though, dark green, big winners in the early morning. We start getting lighter green into red, took some losses at the end of the morning. All right, guys, so that really kind of sums up exactly what you want to be aware of here if you're trading a holiday like this. Okay, get in early, make your money early. Okay, as you can see, though, 182 for ticks. We got 1820 for the day. We've had a huge week this week, guys. Over $8,000 this week so far, and I'm trying to break that record, $10,000 we made the second week of last month. Okay, $8,000 this week, guys. $8,000 in 1 week on 4 contracts. That brings our monthly total to $17,000. And dun 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 dun, right? Let the horns blow, right? We've got over $200,000 there for the yearly total. So we finally broke our yearly total here, guys, over 200K. And remember, guys, these are nothing but 4 contracts, trading according to our rules. Nothing high risk out here. We're always trading, right? Moderate risk, nothing high risk, guys. Easy patterns. And in the year of 2010, we've been keeping track of it every step of the way. Over $200,000, guys. I think we still have another 30 grand though left to make. We at least have another 30,000 bucks to make this year, guys. So let's shoot for 225, right? 225,000 for the rest of the year. I think we can definitely hit that goal. All right, guys. Great job today. But what happened? Well, again, it was Veterans Day, right? So happy Veterans Day. Thank you all, of course, for your service. Slow start, right? Volume was a concern. On a holiday, our big concern is people aren't going to be trading, so volume is a concern. Now we noticed the dollar had a narrow trading range in the dollar. That was a bit nerve-wracking, right? Very narrow inside day on the dollar. Okay, that told us to be very careful out there today. But we quickly noticed, though, we had some pretty good patterns setting up, though. We had crude oil at the highs, so we sold the highs on crude. That was a pretty easy first trade of the day. And then we were trading sideways on gold, right? Sideways market. I bought the lows on gold, right? And then gold dropped, and I sold the breakout. Okay, so even though we had some concerns this morning, in fact, let's take a look here, guys, on the dollar. Here's my dollar. Now, what do you see here? As you guys know, we always compare trading ranges, right? Here's my trading range from yesterday. And what do you see today? I see this morning we are pretty much right the same exact trading range. Okay, so we call this an inside day. All right, and you can also notice too, compare that to previous range, and you can see right now we're trading a pretty narrow range, right? Pretty narrow range there, right? Not very wide. You can see in previous days it was much wider. Okay, so narrow trading range. And of course, we look at the pace of tape indicator. The pace of tape indicator, right, was moving very slow. Okay, so very slow moving market. Now the ATR looked actually pretty good, but this was a little concerning though. Holiday, we weren't expecting very much today to begin with. Okay, narrow trading range, inside trading day. So when you saw this right here in the dollar, we thought to ourselves, right, be careful out there. This is obviously setting up to be somewhat of a challenging morning. Now, that was about all of our concerns right there, because once we got to the crude, we noticed right away crude was setting up for a nice steep fall. As you guys can see here, we drew this trend line from yesterday, right? That was that steep trend line yesterday. And then of course you got the channel here as well, right? These yellow lines are channels. So here we are. We're at the top, literally pinched, right? We are squeezed into that little wedge right there. And of course we noticed right away this morning, once we broke below 88 even, we wanted to be selling. All right, guys. Now this is one of those patterns that when you see this on your charts, right, you should be looking, right? I can look at this and think to myself, obviously I'm looking to sell. Okay, because that trend line's been keeping that price propped up. And then we're going to run into that channel low at 88.53, 88.63 I should say. And so of course we run into that channel overhead resistance. Now we have the dollar rising to highs, and that's when crude starts to tumble. So here was the first of the day here on the crude. Again, this is a pretty easy trade here. Okay, we already saw we were at the highs. So here we are, guys, at the highs. And here's that trend line, right, that had been keeping us propped up. Right? There was that trend line. So what I did was I used that trend line as a trend line break.